Hi, my name is Liliana Zaragoza, and I am an associate professor of clinical law and director of the Racial Justice Law Clinic at the University of Minnesota Law School. So what I do theoretically is I teach critical race theory, and I teach students how to apply the lens of racial justice to pretty much any area of the law. So that's kind of the short answer. The longer answer is that, I have been a litigator, I am a legal advocate, so I advocate within some areas of law that people would call civil rights law traditionally. But I think about the work that I do a little bit more expansively. So I think any area of the law can be a tool for engaging in racial justice work. I became interested in racial justice broadly simply by growing up as a Latinx or Chicanx person an hour from the US-Mexico border. I think it's an incredibly formative experience that has influenced how I see the world, how I see not only the law, but really everything about life and society in the United States. First, I teach the students a little overview of kind of the canon of critical race theory, right? So the general idea that race is not, and racism are not aberrant in the law, that actually the law creates racism, creates systemic racism, but also it is a tool, right, that we can use to combat systemic racism, interpersonal racism. And then I also teach students kind of the practical skills of being a movement lawyer or a community lawyer. You're working on real cases, right? It's not pretend anymore. Like, my students got to draft a complaint and file it in federal court and, push the button that says file. They get to do an oral argument. So it's where they actually get to see what it is like to be a lawyer. One thing that surprised me when I was in law school was how college didn't prepare me for law school. It was pretty difficult, and especially for me as somebody who, I'm the daughter of an immigrant from Mexico. Nobody in my family is actually in the United States now, so I certainly don't have any family members who were lawyers themselves. So everything was really foreign. It's something that I think was really challenging for me, and I think it's challenging for a lot of law students, especially first-gen law students or people who don't know other lawyers. I love to get outside. One of the things that I very much love about the Twin Cities is all of the lakes that you can walk around or, get in a kayak. You can rent stand-up paddle boards. You can do all kinds of outdoor activities. I also really love going to concerts. The Twin Cities are great for music. It's never too late to learn something new that you might, have always been interested in. So I've been taking guitar lessons, which I've wanted to do since I was young. I played the violin and I gave that up a long time ago, but it was always the guitar that was there. So, I'm in my mid-30s and I said, why not?